the option. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Black Knights need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Dropping back, it's Coleman. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Cradles it at the 35. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop and they'll mark it at the 39. The Rebels offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Here's the fly sweep. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Not the start the offense wanted to have. They had to punt the first time out. And here on the opening play of their second drive, they're going backwards. If they're going to run the football, these big guys up front, they've got to do a better job.
On the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Black Knights. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Sticks it in his belly. He's past the 30. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And you gotta throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. Gets it past the marker. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
The option look. He'll do it himself. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Off the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Black Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is collected at the 20. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Black Knights decide to punt it away. And the offense is really back. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Trying to get the edge on the right. Creates a little space. Oh, out of space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Really good looking run. And when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they're always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option. It doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block. And as a defense, you better limit your mental errors, or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice 1st down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
And the Black Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a crease. It's Reed. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to power their way ahead. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Got his man quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Coleman. Going downfield for the big play. And he bats it away, it falls incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunity, opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
He'll be brought down, and that's the... They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Runs through a tackle. Good blocking, good running. Pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Didn't get much done on that one. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Crosses the 45. Delivers the stiff arm. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And how about the third down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the third down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Running the option. It's Coleman. Got the first down. Looking for more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. The Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Wide open on the move. He has it on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Army!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in their running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Fullback's got it. And they got him for a safety.
Let's go. Right. Single.
They'll send the back in motion. The running back has it. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
He leaves it with his back. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Now on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. And the Black Knights come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Quarterback keeper. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Black Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quick toss. Got room at the 35. He's now up to 95 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. And the Black Knights back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. On the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Black Knight! Great place to start for this offense. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll power it inside with the fullback.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. The Black Knights get it past the sticks.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up. They'll start this drive from the 42. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. He'll ride his man on the option. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. He has the first and still on his feet. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Black Knights can do it on the ground with a Mr. Inside or Mr. Outside. They just love to run it.
They'll do it however way you want it. Whether it's inside and they're going to give the first one or they're going to run the option off it, you're going to get a steady dose of running the football. They will check to see how physical you want to be in a football game.
He'll toss it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Complete. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what to catch a big fella.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally...
There he goes. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Army.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Run it with the fullback. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. Rides the back and leaves it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've set the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Black Knights send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the ball will bounce at the... They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. On the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Playing the option meant consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He'll keep it himself. Ernie on the Jets. And the ball is free on the pitch.
A nice job.
The option look. Now the pitch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Dropping back, it's Coleman. Wide open downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Got the first down and still on his feet. Wrestled out of bounds at the 26. A huge pickup on the ground.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Black Knights. How about this backstage? The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback will keep it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Using his feet. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Now on the option. The pitch. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on 1st down. Motion from the back. On the option. He'll pitch it. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitchman in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down. The Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Goes to the option. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. And the Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work. and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next.
Welcome, everyone, to Michie Stadium, home of the Army Black Knights. As we'll see a team from the American, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and... Gets the back moving. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, North Texas. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Here comes the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. He'll get rid of it. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Really good coverage by this defense that they were aware of. On the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. It's intercepted. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the... They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll ride his man on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They want to run it left here. Wide open spaces. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll run the option. He can't corral the pest. The ball's on the ground. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. They'll just try to forget about that disastrous running play on first down, second and long coming up. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. Now the toss.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll get it out to about the 20-yard. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Give to the fullback. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Jet sweep headed to the edge. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Black Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down the... We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Might be changing the route. Motion from the back. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Thrust that arm out. He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone. And the Black Knights with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody in the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
The Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll toss it. Past the first down marker and still running. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. That's exactly what you'd expect from this brave old Army team getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, they know who they are. They know what they want to do, and they're going to run the football at you early and often in this football game.
Give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Behind the chains now on second and long. Gets the back moving. They go to the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. option. Quick toss. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The option look. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Pocket breaking down. Got him downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Black Knights line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll run the option. Well, there's always football on the bad pitch. Defense got it. They're on. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now on the option. He'll do it himself. At the 35, he's loose. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Black Knights come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man, it's Reed. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Gets it to him on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Looking to pass, it's Coleman. He caught it, and he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Army! On the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Goes to the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense has it. They're on the move. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown.
Score on these guys!
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. It's a seam wide open. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this rep.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Punt is on its way. Couldn't get away from that cover. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
And the Black Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the big fullback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
When you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. On the move. Will not get there. A fourth down. Quarterback may change this route. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
It's a running room. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. At the 40, there he goes. A lot of room to the right. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Sends it back in motion. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Can find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped. And you're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to be that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, Dave,
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth.
All right, let's get it. Ready. All right.
On the option. He'll pull it on the read. He'll toss it. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. On the option. Finds some fresh air. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guys, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the inside. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the ball's on the ground. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. The Black Knights kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. And the Black Knights have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Motion from the back. To the ground with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And the defense got it. He's at the 50.
What a massive play by the defense, knocking it out. That's a country fumble. There's nobody around it, so you scoop that puppy up and it's a huge return and a momentum-changing play.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The option look. Running into the open space. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
I love the decision to keep the football on the option right there. That reminds me of Ahmad Bradshaw, who recently at Army, member, led him to a 10-win season, set a single-season record with over 1,700 rushing yards. Did it from the quarterback position because he made good decisions, knew when to keep the football, was keying and had his eyes where they needed to be. That's exactly what this guy just showed you on that last play.
And here comes the offense on second down. Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Black Knights come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Dropping back, it's Coleman. And his throw is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And for that quarterback, that was...
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna let it fly. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bust through behind his pad. And he'll be brought. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, ECU. The defense takes matters into its own hands. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start. Oh, a lot of space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
Finding open areas. Turning it on. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
The play action fake. Fighting off the defender. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain. And let's see what they do on fourth down.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. Third down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. And that's exactly what happened, now setting up fourth down.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs.
And how about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football, they stick to what they do well, they know where the first down marker is, and they get
headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown! The Black Knights, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down will open up the final period. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. And if that means handing off the dive, or if that means pitching it, you got to do that. It can't always be about you. And I think the quarterback that time was really hoping it was going to be his number call, but there was nothing there. He tried to do too much. It's a huge negative play that sets this offense going in the wrong direction.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And the Black Knights need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They'll send the back in motion. He'll do it himself. He will not.
All right, let's get it. Quick.
Off the play fake on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. Great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Black Knights are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. surprisingly makes a fair... And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make a decision. What are we going to be? What am I about? What am I willing to do at this point of the season to get...